Hello again. This lesson I'm about to go into is called temptation, and it's not a real hard lesson to put together, but it's very vital because the first act of disobedience came from a tempter, which is Satan. His job is to lure you to do something wrong, and he uses tactics. And he's very smart. He's subtle. So that's why I'm going into this lesson. A lot of us fall for temptations easily. A lot of times we don't even know that we're falling in temptation because it's so easy to sin than it is to do good. And some people say, well, I'm a good person. I ain't shoot nobody. I ain't stab nobody. I go to work and I pay my bills and, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Well, you can do everything you're supposed to do. If you don't acknowledge God first, everything that you're doing is in vain. I mean, I can run the scripture to you. Proverbs, I believe, chapter 3, verse 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. In all thy ways acknowledge him. So you're subject to do anything, even if you're doing everything right. There's some things that I would easily be able to pick out that you're doing wrong, because some people don't know what makes them stumble. But that's not the lesson. Tempting is the lesson. Temptations. And let me go into the definition of tempter. Tempter, a person or thing that tempts, especially to do evil. The tempter, Satan, the devil. So we understand that Satan is the tempter. He's the one that causes people to fall. He's the one that causes people to fall. All right. To provoke or risk provoking, or to risk provoking. The synonym for tempted or tempt is lure, to lure someone into doing something bad for a reward, or just to talk them in, and you having motive to get them to do something wrong. Let's go into the word beguile, which is in Genesis, and we're going to read through that. To influence by trickery, flattery, mislead, delude, lure. If you want to, the definition of beguile, deceiving, it's all coiled together with temptation first. Because if I want you to do something, to help me out with something, and I know it's wrong, and I need somebody to help me rob a bank, I'm gonna come to you and tell you what all kind of money you can make. Man, I'm gonna give you 500,000. We can hit this bank for $1 million. You take half. That's what tempting is. I'm tempting you to come do something wrong. So it's all coiled together, beguiling, deceiving, because I know it's wrong anyway. You know it's wrong, but you're looking at the picture, the money, and I'll tell you how much I'm gonna pay you. But how you really know? The whole thing is sin anyway. All right. To influence by trickery, flatter, etc., mislead, delude. This is the definition of beguile. To take away from by cheating or deceiving. Deceive, cheat, amuse, entertain. That's right. That's the definition. And it's easy to do wrong. It's real easy to do wrong. You know what I mean? Especially for a lot of us. If you're born in sin, you're going to do wrong once you're in it. The first thing you're going to do is sin. Your first act when you're a kid is going to sin. I got 2 sons. I know it. I tell my son, hey, don't do that. They still do it. Disobedience. It's in his blood. All we know how to do is sin. That's what we do. That's what a sinner does. That's what wickedness do to us. That's what flesh tell us to do. And I'm going to go into scripture that show you that you're not supposed to do it. We know this, but maybe you want to do the right thing, but maybe it's hard for you to, and it's scripture that tell you why. That's why I love this Bible, because it tells, sometimes I think, man, why is it so hard for me to do right? You understand? Look for part 2.